Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dalaran, and in today's video we'll do a couple more updates for World of Warcraft, primarily World of Warcraft Classic. I know you're hearing about Classic everywhere, but this bit of news needs to be said. Classic World of Warcraft launch has been an explosive launch. I feel like most of you guys know exactly how big it is because of the server queues. If you're playing on a popular server during the prime hours, even today, servers are still full and there is some weight to it. Blizzard has planned for those servers to eventually have that wait time be alleviated naturally, primarily from people maybe getting to max level and doing the final raids and doing all the content they want, getting the best gear, and then you don't really have nearly as much of a reason to log on WoW Classic, so people won't log on nearly in big of numbers trying to get to max level, trying to do all the content there is in the game. But even they saw the amount of people flooding in and how it was not stopping, so they quickly started making so many more new servers, and they still to this day are continuing to make more. If you are right now playing on one of the more popular realms, Blizzard has realms for you to transfer for free if you don't want to deal with the wait time. That does come with a bit of a decision. Either you stay on a big server with the server queues and all, but you get to stay on a big popular server that even after the big hype is gone, you will still have a very strong and popular and driven community for you to do anything you need, from leveling to doing dungeons and finding groups to even finding a raid. Or do you go for the shorter queues, potentially a decent populated server, maybe not as populated as what you had, but a more fulfilling experience, maybe even a more balanced experience when it comes to factions, as some of those popular realms are generally a horde heavy influence or an alliance heavy influence. So with an equal amount of, let's say, 2 servers going to one new place, maybe there'll be enough of alliance and enough of horde people to form on that new server to create a more balanced feedback for the both factions to compete, instead of having to be so one-sided. So here's a full list of all the realms for you guys to transfer off if you are looking to maybe get shorter queues or maybe trying to go to a new place but still keep your character. I definitely would recommend it if you're someone who's playing on a high pop server and your server is a faction majority that is not your faction. But most importantly for World of Warcraft Classic has been the records that it has been breaking through Twitch viewership. We'll start off with the most popular stuff over on Twitch, the Twitch analytics, and so far World of Warcraft has been dominating, dumpstering every other game out there. The game is fresh, it is new, so the hype is still fairly high. But still, the amount of people watching it is incredible. And it is a nice, refreshing change. Usually on top of the list is usually something like Fortnite or League of Legends, which are the games that have been, just at the top, depending if there's some sort of patch change or some sort of an event like a sports event or esports event happening. Everybody expects those games to be at the top. So it's a little bit refreshing for especially a lot of the MMO players to see an MMO, World of Warcraft Classic, vanilla World of Warcraft, or Warcraft in general, to be at the very top of it, but not only like by a hair, but by a large margin, to be massively overpowering. We'll see just how long this overpowering change will last. It's super exciting, but it does make me wonder just how long and how is it going to be up above, or if it's even going to stay like this and be competitive at that level like League of Legends and Fortnite and other games can be from time to time. But there's more to World of Warcraft Classic, but also concurrent viewers. The peak of amount of people watching WoW Classic at one point has reached over 1 million. And the amount of hours watched for WoW streamers is even more of an important metric, primarily for any companies trying to monetize on your viewership. And hours watched for World of Warcraft Classic have been incredible. Overall, the numbers that the game has been able to bring, as well as, I guess, the streamer personalities that are playing the game, overall counted together, it has been breaking world records over on the Twitch side. Blizzard doesn't reveal how many subscribers World of Warcraft has, but I would imagine that with this massive success of eyeballs, there's a good chance that all those eyeballs will also want to get in on it. So it's a lot of people resubscribing to World of Warcraft. Now, we don't know how many people are subscribed to WoW, and I guess it would be maybe unfair to count BFA subscribers and WoW Classic subscribers together, because some people believe that these two games are fundamentally different and the audiences are as well. And I can see that point. The games are very different. The pacing is a lot different. The focus on what the games are all about are different if you played the two. But if you were to put those two together, I think maybe Blizzard could even have some kind of a record-breaking subscriber count. because the amount of audiences, when you think about it, the reach Classic has is incredible. Not only are we reaching to the people that used to play Classic back in the day, but also to everybody that played any of the newer expansions since Vanilla World of Warcraft. Anybody that jumped on BC and might have left. Everybody jumped on Wrath, Cataclysm, Mists and might have left. And any of the newer expansions from WoD to Legion to Battle for Azeroth. Everybody that played World of Warcraft at one point or another would still be interested to play Classic to see what's it like. With so many people coming back, there's a good chance your friends are also coming back to Classic, so even more of a reason for you to get your friends into Classic, but also to join your friends in on the experience, so even more people inviting their friends by word of mouth. Then there's also a huge amount of people that never played Warcraft, never played World of Warcraft at any expansion, that see the game at the top of the charts and might want to subscribe to see what the hype is about. So in a sense, Classic World of Warcraft has probably the biggest draw of audiences possible. Every new expansion for World of Warcraft definitely draws an audience. A lot of people want to see what the game is about, and that would be a perfect time for even new players to check it out because it's a fresh new start. But Classic has that fresh new start, but also that nostalgia that players of old have played before, so you probably are given the biggest audience possible. Also, it doesn't have any kind of age limit. It doesn't have this like Fortnite feel where it feels kind of like a kid's game or whatever. So for a lot more people, it's a lot more of a reason to give Classic a go, as many reasons as possible. So it's no surprise that World of Warcraft Classic is breaking records. The question is, however, how long will this last? And I'm going to pass it on to you guys for the end of the video. How long do you think the success for World of Warcraft Classic is going to last? Do you think it's going to last for a very long time and have a very healthy community? Or do you think the massive hype of people is eventually going to drop off? And how many people are going to be left still playing and enjoying the game? I feel that Classic World of Warcraft is too fresh right now, but it is going to be very interesting where it will end up. We've seen where previous expansions for World of Warcraft has ended up, let's say on Twitch viewers, or how many people play in the game and how popular the community is and how much content there is to do. With Classic, I feel like it's a different beast. It's drawing far more audiences than ever, so we will see where it ends up. Could it be at one of the tops of the favorites within, let's say, Twitch, and always struggling for #1 between League of Legends as well as Fortnite? Or is it gonna go down to where Classic or World of Warcraft expansions generally go down to when it comes to Twitch viewership as well as hours watched? I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But don't forget to enjoy the game. I'm someone who is interested to see where the game is gonna be. I'm interested of the numbers and the quality and just how big it is gonna be a couple months from now. That's just my personal thing. I am interested in stuff like this to see where things end up, especially after this much of a boom. But don't let the bells of doom and gloom of the game eventually ending be the stoppage to your WoW Classic journey. Just enjoy the game, and that's gonna be my final message for all of you guys. The way I've been enjoying the game is actually I stopped trying to get to max level. I'm now just going to the next level and trying to get more rogue quest halls and quest lines done, just because I kind of like the story behind it and the little quirkiness of the RPG experience. And also I decided not to level solo because that is way too boring for me. So I just found ways for me to enjoy the game that I want to enjoy. So you guys should do definitely the same and enjoy Classic WoW to the fullest of the experience that it has to offer. That should be the most important priority for all of you all playing Classic right now. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I do hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about Classic WoW boom and how long do you think it's going to last? And I'll see all of you guys in another video.